The weather pattern is about to change quickly across the country, and winter is set to return in a big way. This is not just one snow event. A new setup is locking in that brings repeated chances for snow, along with true Arctic air pushing south. Together, that means several rounds of snowfall and a sharp drop in temperatures, with biting cold spreading well beyond the usual northern zones. The first storm targets the northern and central states. Snow spreads through the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and into the interior Northeast. This is not a quick hit and done system. Cold air stays in place, which allows snow to linger longer and makes it easier for additional waves to follow the same track. Near the Great Lakes, lake effect snow will also add to totals. In the most favoured areas, overall snowfall could approach around 20 inches when everything is added up. After that, an even stronger Arctic blast arrives. That second surge increases the reach of the cold and expands where snow can fall. Snow could push into Tennessee, and a few light flakes may even brush parts of Georgia. That southern snow is not guaranteed, but the colder air makes it possible for flakes to show up farther south than usual. The jet stream is driving the entire setup. A sharp dip is forming over the northern plains, and that dip opens the door for Arctic air to pour south. The first push arrives tomorrow and Thursday, with temperatures dropping quickly across the plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley. As the cold air moves in, a winter system develops near the Great Lakes and spreads snow on Wednesday and Thursday. The snow shield looks wide and stretched out, so many areas may see light snow, while a few pockets turn heavier for a time. The best chance for heavier bursts is near the lakes, where lake effect bands can stack up quickly even if the main system is producing lighter snow. By Thursday, the storm will strengthen as it moves towards the mid-Atlantic. Strong winds higher in the atmosphere help pull Canadian air farther south, allowing the cold to reach the Gulf Coast and even parts of Florida. Temperatures take a sharp dive from Thursday into Friday, and the southeast feels the change as well. The pattern stays active into the weekend. The jet stream continues pointing in from the north, allowing a second Arctic blast to charge in, and this one looks stronger than the first. Parts of the Great Lakes region could dip below zero, with wind chills falling below zero at times. That matters for anyone spending time outdoors, especially with Sunday activities and events. This colder air also helps set the stage for another round of snow. That weekend system could spread snow across a large area, keeping the Ohio Valley, Midwest, and Northeast in play again. Some light snow could even reach the Gulf states, with a few flakes possible in Mississippi, and light snow showers possible in Alabama. It is not a sure thing for the Deep South, but the system looks broad enough to give it a chance. Then, early next week, the jet stream stays angled from the northwest, which is a classic signal for Alberta Clippers. Fast-moving systems that often bring frequent light snow. Clippers do not always have much moisture, but repeated rounds can still add up, especially when cold air keeps snow from melting quickly. This active pattern could last into the last full week of January, and bigger winter storms could still develop before the month ends. The first Arctic surge arrives late Wednesday into Thursday, spreading from the Great Lakes down toward the Gulf Coast. Many areas could run about 20 to 25 degrees below normal, and the chill may reach as far south as Florida. By Friday into Saturday, the cold shifts offshore, but the break is brief. A fresh Arctic recharge follows behind it. The second blast is expected to be the more intense one. Some areas could run close to 35 degrees below average, with the coldest core focused on Saturday. Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, and Wisconsin sit near the center of that colder pocket, and Saturday and Sunday could feel especially harsh there. On Sunday, the cold spreads into the southeast, even after a short-lived warm-up on Friday and Saturday. Along much of the east coast, temperatures drop again on Sunday. By Monday and Tuesday, another cold shot could reload the Great Lakes and Northeast, continuing the theme of repeated cold swings. This matters because sharp temperature changes increase the odds of snow and ice. When cold air is already in place, even small storms can create bigger impacts. In this kind of pattern, timing becomes everything. One wave may bring a light snow, and another wave adds more. Lake effect can also keep going between systems. You may not get one massive storm everywhere, but steady snowfall can still build meaningful totals over time. Here is how the temperature drop may unfold. By Wednesday, colder air starts rushing in from the north, and the Midwest and Great Lakes will notice it quickly as a strong cold front moves through. By early Thursday, the cold reaches the central Gulf Coast, and places like Mississippi and Alabama cool down sharply. Some northern Alabama communities could drop into the low to mid-20s, raising the risk for a hard freeze. Farther north, it gets even colder, with areas near Wausau, Wisconsin, potentially falling below zero early Thursday. Parts of Michigan's Upper Peninsula could also dip below zero. Friday and Saturday stay cold, though there may be a slight easing before the next surge arrives early Sunday. By Monday, freezing temperatures could press deep into Florida. Areas near Orlando could see freezing temperatures close by, and Tampa could approach that mark as well. That can be a concern for sensitive plants and pipes. It also signals a multi-day cold stretch, with the larger pattern supporting more cold later in January. Wind chills will make the cold feel even worse. By Sunday morning, feels like temperatures could drop below zero across the Midwest and into the Ohio Valley. Chicago could see wind chills around 10 to 20 degrees below zero, and some areas may not feel above zero all day, including parts of northern Illinois on Sunday. By Monday morning, the colder feel spreads farther south, with much of Florida feeling like the 20s or 30s. Even Miami could feel closer to the mid-50s, which stands out for South Florida. Snow chances break down into roughly 3 main windows. The first is a quick clipper tonight into tomorrow, focusing on the Great Lakes, upper Midwest, and parts of the Northeast, with mostly light totals. The second window ramps up late Wednesday into early Thursday, with heavier bands possible from higher elevations in eastern Tennessee, north through the Appalachians into New York and New England. Snow could be steady overnight Wednesday, and some coastal areas may even pick up a dusting. Eastern Virginia, near Virginia Beach, could see light snow, and parts of Delaware could get a light coating, creating slick roads for the Thursday morning commute. Lake effect remains a major player during this stretch. Western Pennsylvania and New York stay in the lake effect zone on Thursday, with bands near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Western Michigan is also in line for lake effect on Wednesday and Thursday, and northern Indiana could get involved too. Over several days, totals can climb, and in the most favored corridors, snow could reach 1 to 2 feet across the week. A new clipper late Thursday or Friday spreads additional snow through the Midwest and Ohio Valley, with a risk of snow squalls Thursday night, especially from central Iowa into southern Wisconsin. Squalls can drop visibility fast and create sudden slick conditions. Snow showers then continue into Friday across the Ohio Valley, generally light but covering a wide area due to the size of the system. By Friday night into early Saturday, snow showers could reach Kentucky and parts of Tennessee, with a brief flurry not out of the question even farther south, depending on the exact track and timing. Saturday keeps snow chances going in parts of the Ohio Valley, and late Saturday into early Sunday, lake effect ramps up again in northern Indiana and western Michigan. Snow in the Northeast can continue Sunday, while lake effect may keep running into Monday and Tuesday, with another clipper possible early next week across the upper, Midwest, and northern plains. When it comes to totals, the highest amounts still look most likely near the Great Lakes. Far western Michigan and northern Indiana remain the bullseye, where 1 to 2 feet is possible over the week, especially with bursts on Wednesday and Thursday, and another push over the weekend. Outside the lake belts, totals are lower for many areas, with a broad zone from Ohio into northern New England seeing around 2 to 4 inches, and higher elevations picking up more. Some locations closer to the lakes could push closer to a foot. One clipper late Thursday into Friday could also overperform, and if it does, parts of northern Illinois and Wisconsin, including the Chicago area into northern Wisconsin, with some guidance hinting at a wider 4 to 10 inch potential in parts of that region. Even if snow appears on maps far to the south, expectations should stay realistic. Southern Georgia is not a strong bet for accumulation, though flurries are possible. If the southern edge gets involved at all, the weekend is the most likely window, tied to the broad system and the second cold surge. Overall, the best odds for meaningful snow remain farther north, especially near the lakes and in higher elevations, where banding and lake effect can quickly boost totals. The main takeaway is straightforward. Winter is back, arriving in waves. Expect sharp temperature drops, dangerous wind chills, and repeated snow chances, with lake effect and fast-moving clippers playing a big role. Small shifts in timing and track will decide who sees the highest totals, so updates will matter as each wave develops.